Hey guys, I'm Stephanie and this is Steph's Stove, and today we're going to do a fun recipe. And most of it's fun because one, it's good, but the other is there's so many fun puns on the name of this recipe. I call it egg in a hole. Some people call it a toad in a hole. Some people call it all kind of funny things to just make it humorous. But whatever you call it, it's just delicious and a snap to put together. So let's do it. All right, for our recipe, I've got my 10-inch skillet here, and we're gonna turn our skillet to medium. For this, I'm using my non-stick skillet. I think it's just a little easier for this recipe. And we're gonna be using about a tablespoon plus or minus of butter. But it's gonna be divided. So I'm just gonna put a little portion of the butter. And again, there's no exacts in this recipe other than the egg and the bread, but the butter amounts, feel free to adjust according to your preference. All right, so while our butter is melting over there, over here, I've got one slice of bread. And I usually do this on a 1-to-1 ratio. If you have a bigger pan, you can definitely do multiples. This is great to do if you have a Blackstone or a griddle or so forth. But you do need a biscuit cutter for this. So my biscuit cutters, I'm gonna be using my largest one, which is a 3-inch in diameter. And I'm using regular white bread for this. So you're gonna take your biscuit cutter, and before you cut, just kind of get, I would say, to the center like that. And I'm gonna press it in. I'm holding it up so you can see it really well. I'll lift to be sure my bread is separated. And then I'm gonna take the hole out, and I've got my bread. Now for those of you that have kiddos that like little sandwiches without crust on them, this looks familiar to you. I know when my daughter was small, I used to have to take the crust off of all of her little sandwiches until she got to the point where she would eat them. So your parents with small kids or grandparents, you know all about cutting those little shapes. All right, we got our butter nice and melted. All right, so we're gonna take our piece of bread. Instead of throwing away the crust, we're gonna keep the crust and put our bread with our hole in it down in our wonderful butter. Now some people say to get rid of this piece. I'm not getting rid of it, so I'm gonna move it over slightly, and I'm gonna toast this little piece because we're gonna sop up all that wonderful egg. All right, I've got one large egg, so crack your eggs separately. You want it left intact. And then as that starts toasting, we're gonna take our egg and we're gonna very carefully drop it in the hole. We're gonna let this cook for just a little bit. Remember I said we had some extra butter, so I like to cut mine into little pieces to divide. I'm gonna kind of put those around so it gets nice and buttery. So we want that nice and toasted. And as our egg is cooking, the amount of time that you're gonna cook this for is really gonna be determinant of how do you like your eggs. So at this point, I see it's setting up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt to it. Add a little pepper. And I'm trying just to touch the egg there. Got a little bit on the side, but it'll be okay. And once we see that our egg is somewhat set, we're gonna flip it over as well as our little butter round here. So we'll give this just a little bit, and then we're gonna flip it over. Check it out there. It's getting nice and firm. We want a good firmness before we flip. It's like a little toad is bubbling up right there. Go ahead and flip my little piece over here, and as I get ready to flip it, I'm going to add some more butter because that nice toasty piece there. We'll set that to the side for just a minute as I get the butter to melt around. Now you could butter each side, but to me it's just easier to do it like this. And I did that untoasted side down so it could soak up that butter and get nice and crunchy. And so this is just a delicious luscious breakfast. You can do it as a lunch, a brunch item. We like breakfast for supper at our house. We have it often. Seems like you can enjoy it much better in the evening. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter there in the bottom so it can melt on this side. And I'm just moving it around, just holding the egg up just for a minute because I want all that butter flavor on this opposite side when I flip. All right, we've got some good butter there. Carefully flip it over. And then we're gonna cook this about another minute or so. It's nice and crunchy. I'll soak up some of that butter in this little butter round. This is gonna be my little dipping piece right here. Some of you, if you know, you know. This is a good hearty breakfast. Just yummy. And all the times in the fall as we're getting to it, we want these wonderful, comforting things to eat. Like I said, this is for breakfast, lunch, anytime. You just want something good. And again, just pay attention to your yolk. Mine is a little soft right here. And if you like what I call a runny yolk, you would probably take it out. I want mine a little firmer. So I'm just kind of touching it for feel to see about how it is. I know as a kid growing up, my mom and dad used to make this a lot on Saturday mornings, and my dad liked really runny yolks. He wanted to make them runny and sop them up with this little bread piece. Whew. Flip that over, it's getting a little brown. And so you have to tell me in the comments, how do you like your yolks on eggs? When you're doing a Friday, do you like them really runny? Do you like them firm? Do you like them kind of medium? What's your favorite way to eat it? Almost. Just move it around so we're not sticking or burning. Looks good. I know I love a fried egg and a good burger too. All right, I'm gonna turn off my heat. Take off my little egg in a hole there. Look at that. And don't forget our little extra little topping piece that we're gonna sop up all those wonderful egg yolk juices. I'm Stephanie and this has been Steph's Stove. For today, we made egg in a hole. Now, I went ahead and busted the yolk just a little bit so you could see it. And it is got a little run to it. Look at that. Look. Look at that. I can't get it. Look at that. Ah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh, that crunchy toast. Look at that. Look at that. Just like I like it. That's delicious. And the good thing, save this little round and sop up that middle goodness. Such an easy breakfast, brunch, any time of the day. And it's so delicious. So remember, give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe button for more great content like this. Steph's Stove, we're making memories, one dish at a time. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day.